to show you that way back in December 2nd, Commissioner Sherry Riggin had problem with how the commissioners were talking about paying this money out. What you will not hear me say is that these employees are not earning the money. They do deserve the money. What you'll also hear me say, number one, is that every elected official and every citizen should clearly understand what the process entails. And what I mean by that, how many current county employees are getting paid? A number. Is it 10? Is it 50? Is it 100? Is it 500? Is it 600? Is it 70,000? Are we talking about 6 million? How many is it? What's the total number? Because I don't care what's going on. When you have to pay money out, you know a total amount of money that you're going to pay to how many people. It's not just an unknown number. Someone somewhere knows it. The people who need to know it are the council, first and foremost, because they're the ones voting on it. The auditor, the commissioners should know. And moreover, the citizens need to know the total number of current employees that will be receiving this money. Next, we need to know a total number of former employees who worked during that time who will be getting this back pay, a total number. Third, we need to know then you add those numbers together and a total combined number. Next, we need to know the overall amount that each one of these employees are getting, and then we need to know the breakdown. Who's getting 5,000, who's getting 3,000, who's getting 1,000, and what is the criteria? And again, the council needs to know this, all 7 of them. The commissioners, the auditor, probably the sheriff is the bosses of whoever's getting the money, and then again, the citizens. We all need to be aware of this. And until we are aware of this, there should not be a vote. I want these people to get paid, and I want them to get paid as soon as possible. I wish it could have been 2 weeks ago. I wish it could have been 2 months ago. I am not against any of these people getting paid or making this money. It's their money. They deserve it. They should have been paid 2 years ago. The fact that they're not is a travesty, and that is on solely, in my opinion, the county commissioners. This is the county commissioners' fault and their doing. But because of where we're at, there can be no confusion. So those need to be answered. Those questions need to be answered. And as of right now, it's not. There's all sorts of confusion. You've got one commissioner thinking that this is ARP related. You've got the other commissioner saying it's not ARP related. And you have a total amount of confusion with council members not knowing what's going on. They're just expected to vote on it, shut up. You have the hounds of the you have the hounds of the commissioners, a couple old men sitting around in basements that are coming out and just randomly attacking people who want common sense. And as Councilor Ryan Webb says, these questions were asked well in advance of the meeting, and they were ignored. And for those of you out there, and I know there's these 2 groups. There's a group that absolutely loves Councilor Ryan Webb. There's a group that absolutely hates him. And then there's the group that's kind of in the middle, that's melding kind of his way. I can tell you, I have not loved everything that he's done. I've not hated everything that he's done. But I think, in my opinion, there has been a softening of his actions, and I feel like he has been the only one stepping up and doing the actual job of a council member, and he's taking shit for it. Now, I understand if you're mad at him because of his actions or because of something he said about the masks or because of something he said about January 6th, oh, I get it. But let's put all of that away like everyone was saying he should be worried about county issues. Now he's worried about county issues. So everybody get off this junk about shit in the past and let's worry about county issues. In my opinion, this man is the only person who is really coming up to the plate and doing what needs to be done for Delaware County. And I'm sorry if that makes you mad. I'm sorry if that goes against what you think. I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings because you're a former commissioner or you're a former councilman and you think that how you did it in 1970 or 1690 was right. But it's 2022 and he is doing the job that needs to be done and he's getting shit for it. The other counselors appear to be playing it safe by sitting back. And what we as citizens need to see and say is they're not playing it safe. They are squelching on their duty, on their commitment to us. They're not doing their jobs. Basically what they're doing is they're voting on something before they know the answer. And we as citizens should be willing to cut them down at the election site when that happens. When that happens, we need to be willing to cut these people down. And I tell you, it's really sad. So, congratulations, Ryan. Keep up the good work. But these questions need to be answered. He's been asking them all along, and the day is coming, the end is nigh, and we need to know this before a vote is taken. It's going to be very sad when they vote and he's asking this question because I think, in my opinion, he would have to vote no if he doesn't have the answers. All council members would have to. I don't know if who will or what. We'll have to wait and see. But, these questions have to be answered before the money can just be doled out and they'll say, well, we'll know when we know. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. The reason, now getting back to these emails that I'm reading this, number one, is to show you that there were these concerns even